Another thing that I saw preparing for this interview, Suzi, is one of my favorite bands, Slade. I've loved them when I was a kid. You toured with them, and I only bring this up because I know you toured with them before your song She's in Love, which I love that song. But I have to ask you your thoughts about another favorite song of mine because it was a 1984 hit, Run, Run Away. Their song, which was recorded 6 years later after yours, however, it sounds a lot like She's in Love with You. Did you ever notice that similarities? Has anyone ever asked you about that?
I never did. And, they write their own stuff. Maybe they did do that on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, go back and listen to it. You'll be amazed.
I'm going to do that. But you know that there's an album by Quatro, Scott, and Powell, which is myself, Andy Scott from The Sweet, and Don Powell from Slade. And it charted in Australia, got to number 16. And in fact, at my solo show, I was on stage for 2.5 hours. My son came out for 2 songs because we worked together, and Andy and Don came out. We did 2 songs together.
That's awesome.
Just brilliant. But yeah, I never noticed that, but I will listen.
Yeah.
Now, She's in Love with You, going back to an earlier question you had, is one of the only 2 songs in my entire career that I had to practice playing the bass and singing. Because the bass line on She's in Love with You is dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba, and you're like a metronome. Boom, but it's like a machine.
Right.
Dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba all the way through, and the vocal. Well, if you see her all alone, when talk up to her discreetly, so you come behind it. So this you have to not think about, and the vocal goes behind. Had to practice that. Now I don't think about it at all. That was a difficult one to make the vocal relax behind that machine bass part.
That's awesome.